Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Young Sheldon. This is their second episode of the third season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it's available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So Dr. Sturgis, we see him having a little bit of a breakdown in the final episode of season 2. Going into season 3, it was a question mark of what's happening with him. Is he going to be okay? Is the relationship with Connie going ahead still? You know, we've seen at the start of, this season that apparently he's seeking a bit of help. He's basically hospitalised himself for a little bit, getting his mental health checked out and trying to get back on the straight and narrow. They struggled to kind of tell Sheldon what was happening with Dr. Sturgis because we know that he's got a, kind of strong relationship with him. So Mary started to read some mental health books. She started to ask Sheldon loads of different questions. Then he started feeling a bit like strange and thinking that his mum needed a bit of mental health. So then he started reading mental health books, and then both of them was back and forth against each other, not realizing that both of them was trying to help each other. They was both trying to kind of like call each other out because of the questions that they both kept asking. We had Georgie beefing with George, basically. Georgie was saying that, look, mate, the store is going out of sale, selling snow globes for $1. I'm going to buy them all and I'm going to try and sell them for $5. His dad didn't believe that he could do it. Got his motivation head on, got his business on, went outside, knocking door to door, trying his best. And at the end of the day, he ended up selling them all. 2 for $8, so he was getting a big hefty profit from it. And like we said at the end of the episode, they come in, threw it up in the air and let it rain. So it was an interesting start to the season. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into the second episode of the third season of Young Sheldon.
Georgie Cooper?
Here.
Sheldon Cooper? Georgie, where's your brother?
I don't know.
Good enough for me.
Since I no longer had a college class with Dr. Sturgis, I needed to find someone else who was up to the task of being my mentor. My schedule was wide open.
School's in session.
Right, look, before we go into this, I didn't say it last episode, but obviously we've got to do it now. Right, season 1 to season 2, the ending of season 2, there was 3 different intros. So and what I mean by that is, like, it was heavily dominated. So was it 22 episodes in 1 and 22 in 2? So let's say out of 44 episodes, 41 intros was exactly the same. 41 was Sheldon walking, looking over, seeing the cow, standing there and looking up. That's 41 of them. Then we had 2 episodes where Sheldon walked and then a little like tumbleweed like spun across, and then there was 1 episode where he come and the camera like zoomed around him, and that was it. So in the 44 episodes we had 41 of the same, and then we had 2 tumbleweeds, which is 43, and then the spin around camera 44. This season the whole cast has been in the intro, which is good because it makes me think, as I was saying at the end of season 2 with the introduction of everybody else getting more screen time, that now it's not about Sheldon, it's about the show, which is great. I love that stuff. They're all kind of main characters now, they're all the stars. However, the first intro and the intro here are both different. I just think it's interesting. It's an observation. I watch every single intro of every episode, so when I see something different, I just like saying it. Do you know what I mean? It makes no difference to the episode at all. It's just noticeably, visually different on my eyes.
Just need your signature. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you had a guest.
It's quite all right. You remember Robin?
See you soon.
Yes, you will.
Bye, Mrs. Cooper. Bye.
Hard for me to say out loud, but when I'm around her, I find myself having bad thoughts.
You're the pastor. You can't act on those.
Hence my sadness.
Solution is a homogeneous mixture consisting of a solute and a solvent. The solute is the substance that is being dissolved.
A squared plus B squared equals...
Mr. Jeff asked me to hold him accountable so he doesn't succumb to temptation.
Pastor's been married before. Is it really that big a deal?
Yes, George. It states very clearly in the Bible, among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality.
So did they not have sex then until they was married?
Everything all right with Sheldon? How much time you got? Why?
Hadn't been in PE since Monday.
Was Sheldon in class today?
No, haven't seen him all week.
Weren't you gonna say anything?
Didn't want to jinx it.
Not alone.
But I bring him here, I take him home. He's got to be somewhere in the building. Hey, Tam, I can't find Sheldon. You know where he is?
Are you kidding me?
I knew Tam was weak. I don't learn anything in class. But in here, I've taught myself the applications of gravitational lensing, Faraday's law of magnetic induction, and how to whistle.
If a kid is smart enough to walk in, so again, I've said this many times, but I don't know the grades or the years or whatever you just want to call it in the American school system. So I will use the UK ones because clearly that's what I know. When we leave and join high school, we have year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you graduate and you can go off and be a bum if you want, or you go college and university, etc. If you can walk in and from day one, pass the end of year exam instantly, should you, in your opinion, have to sit through the whole entire year? Because I'm not too sure, if I'm being totally honest. Because the whole point of education is to be educated. That's it. It's not to be your certain amount of age you have to be here. Well, I'm assuming that's what the law is. But personally, education is education. It's about learning. And if you can literally walk into school and every single question and every single exam and every single assignment and every single anything that they give you, you pass and get 100% out of 100% every time, I don't think you should be there, personally. So that's what I think with Sheldon. If he literally is sitting that whole year just for the sake of an attendance report, then I think it's wrong. I feel like if they could just give him every single exam and he could just go bang, 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 past every single one of them, he should move on. That's what I personally think. So I understand that he should be in class if he's in the school, but I don't think he should technically have to be in the school because it's not needed, because it doesn't help him.
Which one says, Robin, I like you, but also says, God is watching. Be cool.
Everything okay?
Sheldon locked himself in a broom closet and he's refusing to go to class.
Want me to do?
I want you to handle it.
Why can't you handle it?
'Cause I'm at work.
So am I.
You know what I mean.
That you have a real job and I don't?
The bolo tie's too sexy, right? Knew it.
Sheldon, go to your room.
Gladly. Hey, just gonna read in there. I take away Professor.
Wow, her hair looks different.
You didn't handle it. You didn't do anything.
I had to get to practice and I made a decision. He was in the building, he was safe, and he was learning.
Well, maybe Sheldon's just acting out because he doesn't have his college class to go to anymore. I need a favor.
Of course, anything. Should we discuss it over dinner?
I'll take a rain check on that. That my grandson could join in your physics class until John is, back.
I never taught a child before. Is he potty trained?
Start going to your college class again.
Dr. Sturgis is back?
No, but his friend, Dr. Linkletter, is going to let you come and take his class.
Is it lecture-based?
I don't know.
What's his interpretation of quantum mechanics?
I couldn't say.
Where'd he get his doctorate?
From the University of Shut Up and Say Thank you.
I contribute plenty, and it wouldn't kill you to show a little appreciation.
I'll be sure to do that. As soon as I finish the laundry, the dishes, the vacuuming, the grocery shopping, and helping Missy with her homework.
Robin just got here. She looks nice and she smells even nicer. So much thought into my clothes, we didn't even think about what she'd be wearing.
Why? What's she wearing?
I remember, do you remember those days, man? Honestly, like, you used to pick up the phone and press the hang up dial at the same time, and like, they can't hear you on that side, but you can hear everything that's going down the line. Do you know what I mean? When you're being a nosy bastard. Honestly, oh, those are the days. But I don't know, man. Like, I know that he's a man of God and they have all these rules and stuff, but like, I feel like he's done. He's done it. He's done it. He's been married. They've left him. It's not his fault. He didn't get the divorce. They divorced him. So like, I feel like if he slept with this person, God's not going to be mad at him. You know what I mean? He's trying to get his happiness back. Someone destroyed it. Someone pulled it down. Somebody ruined it. He tried to be faithful. He waited to, get married to have sex. He's done that. The partner divorced him, and now he's the one that's trying to, get back on the wagon and be happy again. So, and God brought her in his path. So I don't know. I understand where they're coming from, but I reckon that it's not that deep, and he should do what actually makes him happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was considering his faith before he kind of met her and whether it was the right path, and obviously God put her in his sights. But now, obviously, again, if he's struggling, just go for it. He's you know what I mean? He's not going to get punished. He does there's plenty of other things that God would be mad at in people around the world than somebody who absolutely praises him, preaches him, goes around, passes the good faith, you know what I mean, and brings everybody together doing one little action compared to, do you know what I mean? They're not all the bad people in the crimes that they do.
So Darlene does the same thing with you?
No, but I'd hate it if she did. That sounds awful.
So what do you two fight about?
Who loves the other one more? Whose turn it is for a foot rub?
Thank you, Wayne. This has been real helpful.
Smells like you had a good time.
How'd you like to go out for dinner on Friday? Just you and me.
Was your wife last Friday and we didn't go to dinner?
Mary, I'm asking you on a date.
Sure. If you did something stupid, I'm going to find out.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Sheldon. This is Dr. Linklater.
Just a warning. Today's lecture is rather advanced.
Don't worry. If you get confused, I'll be right here in the front row.
Lemon in the water.
It's weird to look at a menu and not have to wonder what Sheldon won't eat.
It got easier when you printed that card from my wallet. It's just the two of us. We don't have to talk about the kids.
You don't think Georgie and Missy are doing anything stupid, do you?
If Mom knew this was in the house, she'd lose her mind. I'll get it. What do you want?
Is your mom home?
No, she went out with my dad.
Well, I hope you two behave yourself.
We're just watching TV. I just lied to a pastor. Dr. Sturgis taught us that if you leave the strings open, it allows far more possibilities.
We don't believe you need open strings anymore. That's an older model of thinking.
Are you not having a good time?
No, I am. This is lovely.
Wayne and I were discussing marriage, and he was going on about how happy he is.
Go on dinner dates like this?
Well, they do all kinds of stuff.
Well, they don't have any kids.
Son of a bitch, they don't have kids. That's why they're happy.
George.
It's true. You gotta admit that they do not make our lives easy. Think about how clean the house would be if it was just us.
The thing is, right, you can say that about your kids, that your life wouldn't be better, but like how less stressful, how much fun it would be without the kids. And that's not a disrespect or a bash on the kids at all in a way, because what they bring is completely different to what your life would be without them. So for example, your life could be so more like, if you didn't have kids, you could go on more dates, more vacations, more traveling, more fun stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could do all them things. That's way better than having a kid. But then when you have a kid, then that changes and you'd have more love, more time, more connections, more feelings, you know what I mean? Family time, bonding. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you do activities that you wouldn't have done before. Do you know, say, for example, I don't know, Georgia. You know, he probably goes and he has a connection with him over football on a deeper level than he used to. You know, spends time with Missy, maybe doing makeup, playing dolls, teas. You know what I mean? Like, just because you could say, if I didn't have children, I could do this, this, and this, and that'd be more fun. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're saying you hate your children and your life shit. What it's saying is that compared to people who don't have children, do you know what I mean? Like, they're having a better time doing these activities, but then they don't have children and you do, and they're not going to have all these fun activities that you're doing. What about birthdays? What about Christmas? When all your family's together and you're having that bonding moment, you see all your kids happy and playing, and, you know, Santa's just been, and you're having that time, and everybody's having a great, you know, Christmas meal around there, and you bring all the family and grandma and grandpa in and all that. They don't experience any of that. It's just them two waking up, there's your day's finished. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to it. There's one side, the standard dating side, which never will leave away because they're free and single and could do whatever's. But then it's a deeper side, a more family-orientated one that they miss out on. But they'll never say that because they don't know what they're missing. But you do. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you can say sometimes aspects it'd be better if you didn't have a kid. But if you love your kids, you know that having them makes your life so much better.
I'm going to hell, I'm going to hell.
Relax, not until you're dead.
Smell really nice.
It's soap.
I love soap.
I'll get it.
I wasn't watching TV. I was playing with the Ouija board.
Who is this?
Missy Cooper, I'm going to hell. He sees everything.
He does see everything.
God does see everything. I promise. Your soul is safe. The Lord just sent me a message.
I respect that. So
Should
when
we
are
get
we
married?
getting married?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Having a spirited debate on super string theory.
Very spirited.
Were you ready to go home?
Yes, unless Dr. Linklater...
He's ready. No wonder Sturgis went crazy.
Innit? The fact is, though, is when everything's down to beliefs and interpretations of what a theory is, you know what I mean? Like, you can't say one's right and what's wrong. You have to bounce off each other and riff. That's the whole play. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about a theory is you express your opinions on the matter and the information based and passed to you. Do you know what I mean? Until a factual evidence has come, it's all theories. That's what people forget. It's theoretical. It's not factual. And until it's proven, like when Sheldon does with super asymmetry, with Amy in the future, that's when they get the credits, you know what I mean? Because they took something that was a theory and proved it and made it factual. And that's what you love to see, isn't it? And, you know, for Sheldon, having somebody riff with him and bounce ideas off him and counter him and debate, because that's what he likes, is going to be beneficial for him, and it'll keep his mind stimulated. Do you know what I mean? The whole reason why he's hiding in that closet is because the school, as I was saying, don't challenge him, don't teach him. He sits there, he knows every answer, he knows every question, he's bored out his head. Where going to the university, do you know what I mean, and taking part in classes and debating with somebody on a high grade level, he loves it. So I'm going to be interested to see him again. Hopefully be more in the university side of it, and obviously progressing his education, even though he's already super smart. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, who would have thought that Pastor Jeff would be in it as much as of late? You know what I mean? He's been in quite a few episodes, to be honest, and he's always got a bubbly personality, hasn't he? To be fair to him, like he's always, even when he's down in the dumps, he tries to have it, you know, in a positive light. And I knew that woman was going to come out and say that when we were getting married, and you know, she proper wants it, don't she? But you know, you got to respect him for keeping with his religion, with the rules. I guess that's they follow. And you know, like when you say you can't be physical, surely you can kiss somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like. Kissing, would you say that's proper physical? I don't know. Maybe it's me who's not religious, but I don't think kissing or holding hands or hugging or groping or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're both like clothes on, touch. I don't know. Like I wouldn't say that's crazy, but I guess to a religious person it is, and you can't be intimate in any of that way, which is a proper bare long time. Like imagine being, I don't know, in a relationship for like 4 years and like. Not being married, and you can't really kiss or hold or cuddle or sleep or whatever. It's fucking mad. Honestly, actually, it's mad. So I've got to say fair play to them. You know what I mean? Like faith must mean hardcore. Honestly, it really, really is. And you know, I'd be interested to see if he actually does jump into another marriage. Hopefully this one lasts. You know what I mean? Hopefully it does. But you know, Missy ringing him up, thinking that she was going to hell, and then obviously him reassuring him, give him the obviously green light to think, oh shit, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And I knew that was coming from where it is, so I'm excited to see where that one goes. And obviously, like I said, I'm happy that Sheldon's going back to school, a university, and stimulating his brain. I also think it's you know, it's funny as well, but what is it now? George and Mary was bickering and beefing about who does the most stuff around the house. And to be honest, you know, even though he does go to the school and he probably does bring in a salary to pay for the most of the stuff in the house, he also should still help out a bit. It doesn't mean that he can't take the trash out. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that he can't sweep up. And then obviously going to this this date and talking about the kids and how their life would be different. I don't think they've done anything wrong and overstepped the boundaries either and slagging them off. I just feel like, you know, it's okay to reminisce about old times and how life would be different, but then focus on the good stuff as well and what the kids bring. Do you know what I mean? And that's what he was doing. And I think it's healthy as well to get your feelings out there and obviously discuss with each other. Thanks for checking out today's episode though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.